in terms of the electric vehicle, and I mean, look, you want to drive one of those, that's fine. Just don't get don't get people who are hard pressed to go pay and subsidize your woke rides. And if you think there's some kind of environmental advantage, it's zero. In fact, it's probably more damaging. And the only people profiting from this are the major automotive companies who've been able to bamboozle into the idea of building batteries here in Ontario or Quebec or wherever the case may be, with massive subsidies. Once the grift ends, once these massive real subsidies, because you know, you start off the question about oil companies and you both talking about theirs. You take away the oil industry and natural gas industry in this country, and I'm a guy who's taken them on. There's no other MP in history who took them on the way I did, and I still am not their allies, and I'm not their friends, especially when they do the kind of funny stuff they're doing now in appeasement with the green folks that want them gone. When you take away an industry like that, how are you going to pay? Who is going to manage to raise the $25 to $30 billion every year that industry creates so that the government go around and throw out money that they don't have? Worse, the technology is changing. The lithium battery may not be the coal battery that we're looking at in the next 5 to 10 years. My old company that I work for is public relations. Toyota Lexus has now developed a different type of technology using batteries, which are lighter, easier to charge. So everything that we're doing now, we're spending all this money, may be obviated before it even gets started. The reality is that at the end of the day, the people that are really laughing aren't just people from companies outside of Canada, but China, because they always get a pass. Look, I think electric vehicles are great. They're wonderful. If you're driving in the city, I've driven one, but I still think that in this country, what matters to people is range, it's reliability. And people have a very strong sense of saying, if you can equal all the things that an internal combustion engine is doing, by the way, they're extraordinarily clean now. The Biden administration is going to raise the EPA so that the mileage or that the fuel economy becomes such that it is impossible. No engine could possibly do that. So 3-cylinder engines are now doing what 8 cylinders used to do 20 years ago, with a third, a fraction, 1/10 of the emissions. Bottom line is that this is all, you know, as I said before, magic and make-believe. And it's saying you're going to achieve a standard for which technology doesn't exist to address it. What you're really doing is, unless you're ignorant, you're basically saying you want the human condition to be reduced to rubble. And you want people to live in a state of nature, eating acorns, wearing animal skins. And you know what? Americans certainly won't put up with that. Eventually, Canadians will get around to saying, maybe we shouldn't do that. Maybe it's not such a great idea.
Hi, it's David Krayden here. Thank you so much for subscribing and supporting the station. We could not move forward without you. What we're trying to do every week here is bring you the news you might not see everywhere else. And we're coming against Justin Trudeau's internet censorship laws. Please subscribe, ring that bell if you haven't done so already. I know it's annoying to ask. Believe me, I'm not a salesman. I'm a writer, but I really implore you to do that because I need this station to keep going. We want to keep bringing you the news that you want to hear. And if you want a story covered, let me know, please, because that's where I'm getting a lot of news information from your tips. So thank you for being there for me. And you can also support this station by going on my Substack and subscribing for $8 a month. Yes, I know it's free, but I can also use your support. So please do that if you can. And I'll continue to be here every week, every day if must needs be, to tell you what's really happening in this world of ours. And I'm in nobody's pocket, but I am on your side.